y'all, and welcome to my channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to see today's video, and if you're new, welcome. I am Bethany Shanae. My channel is dedicated to documenting the authentic journey to lose 120 pounds through diet and exercise. I post weekly update videos every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, so if you enjoy this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. I would love to have you. Quick disclaimer, I am not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form. This is not medical advice. I'm simply sharing my experience on my journey to get healthy and any tips or tricks I find along the way. This is going to be probably a slightly longer video than I usually post, and I'm going to do my best to keep it as short as possible. We've got a lot to unpack. I haven't touched in with you guys in 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. We still need to go over the final outcome of the 6 weeks to summer slim down challenge, how my vacation went going back home to California, and also what is starting this coming Monday, July 15th, 2024. So let's get into it. As you can see, or hear, I should say, I've pretty much lost my voice. I got a sinus infection while I was in California, and I also, for anyone that's new to my channel, I have severe eosinophilic asthma, so I need to take a shot called Fasenra every 2 months to keep those eosinophils in line. It's a white blood cell that controls the body's inflammatory response, which if you have severe asthma, it actually makes up, I think, 70% of severe asthmatics, but only 5% of asthmatics have it. So I had a lapse in insurance, didn't get the shot for 4 months. So by the time I went on my trip, I was having really bad asthma. So that combined with the sinus infection, and your girl has been under the weather. But I will say I'm starting to feel better today, which is why I made sure that I got this video out for you guys today. So let's get into it. The 6 weeks to summer slim down challenge. Anyone that's new, the purpose of the challenge was to get myself on track before my birthday trip. My birthday is July 2nd, and I decided to take a vacation from work and go back home to California. I'm from the Bay Area, and I live in Houston now. So I really wanted to get in as good of shape as I could. So A for effort, 0 for results. Let's get into my starting weight. On May 19th, which was day 1 of the 6-week challenge, I was 259.8, right? That week I actually gained 5 pounds, I remember, and then I lost that weight. I ended up getting down to 253 something, I think a week or so before my vacation. But the last week of the challenge, I lost a family member and kind of mentally went into vacation mode early as well. So I just gave myself a bunch of excuses to just eat whatever I wanted and enjoy myself. And I ended up gaining all the weight I lost back. And my last day weighing out was the day that I left for my trip because I forgot to pack my scale. It was June 28th, and I was 259.8. So in those 6 weeks, I gained 5 pounds, lost 10 pounds from that 5, right? And then landed right in the middle at 0. Exactly what I started the challenge at. And I'm not upset about it. I think something that I need to really verbalize more on my channel is it's not that I don't see the issue, that I don't always lose weight during these challenges. It's just that I don't want to be skinny enough to be miserable. And I've spent so many years of my life beating myself up when I did not succeed at weight loss. And that didn't get me anywhere. Okay? So all the times that I tried to get back onto keto and would be really hard on myself when I ate carbs, it would end up spiraling, and I would one of my eating disorders would get triggered, and I would just pig out. I'm trying not to use the B word on my channel because I found out that you actually demonetizes the video, something like that. So for when I do get monetized, I don't want these videos to not count. But it's an eating disorder that starts with a B, and you just pig out. And since I decided to stop beating myself up about not succeeding on my weight loss journey the way I had hoped, I actually stopped. That disorder hasn't flared since. So that is why for the 6 week challenge, even though I broke even, I came out exactly where I started. I'm not upset with myself because I know I didn't have my eating disorder flare. I did give it my best shot up until the last week, and I felt really in control until that last week. There was a 3 week span where I lost weight every single week. And that is something that I have not had in a long time on my channel, if ever. I think the longest I had was 2 weeks. And that brings me to what I have decided. Actually, let's do the trip first and then we'll get into what I've decided. So June 28th was when I left for my trip. I started my trip at 259.8. I ate everything, y'all. I decided long before that trip came, I was gonna put some weight on this trip. I just knew it. I was like, I don't care, because when I get back, I'm getting right to the grind. I came back thinking I had gained 20 pounds. I was like, I feel and look like I've gained 20 pounds. I probably gained 30, right? I mean, my face, like, I can just, even in the video, I can see how much puffier my face is. And I was just so sure I gained 20 pounds. Honey, I gained 8 pounds. Less than. I started the trip at 259.8 and I came back at 267.4. Now, I am so grateful for that because I did not get to do a single hike like I had planned. We drank a lot of alcohol, ate out almost every single meal, went to all my favorite old restaurants. There's this place called Jasmine Express in San Leandro. If you're in the Bay Area, you've got to go to Jasmine Express Chinese food in San Leandro. It is the best hole-in-the-wall Chinese food that my mom's been taking me to since I was 6. It is so good and it's so cheap. But yeah, I went and got stuff like that. I had like sandwich on my birthday. I ate chips and salsa. I went and had burritos. I had tacos. I had steak. I had so much food, y'all. I had an absolute blast on my trip. And I'm so grateful for that time to go home and spend time with my mom and all my best friends and my sister. And I went to Korean barbecue. I went to Brazilian steakhouse. I had so much fun. I did not care about the scale, y'all. I did not care. I was not going to stress myself about it because I knew the faster you put on weight, the faster it comes off, right? Sure, I gained about 8 pounds in 10 days. I guarantee you it's mostly water weight, okay? Obviously, there's stuff in your bowels. If I were to do an egg fast or a protein and fat fast, which essentially is a carnivore diet, for 3 days, I guarantee you that weights, or 5 days, maybe, let's say I don't do it too well. Let's slow it down a bit. 5 days, I guarantee you that weight would come right off. I don't worry about the weight I gain on vacation. It's the weight that slowly packs on over a month. That is the weight that I worry about because the slower it comes on, the slower it is to come off, I found. Or that's my theory, I should say. I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm just sharing my experience. So yeah, that's where I came back on my trip. I was really sick. I planned on coming back for my trip. The day that I got home, a hurricane hit the day I was supposed to fly home, so the airport was closed. So I ended up having to fly home the next day on Tuesday the 9th. I was planning on taking Tuesday the 9th to be my last hurrah day, eat whatever I want, and then the next day be back on it. So that didn't end up happening because I got diagnosed with my sinus infection, put on antibiotics. I lost my voice. It was an absolute struggle just to exist, just to walk. My flight home, I had a 2.5 hour layover in Austin. I really hope you can hear me. I'm trying to do something with my voice so you can hear me clearer, because I can hear myself getting raspier again. I had a 2.5 hour layover. I got some barbecue food. Oh my god, it was so good, y'all. I think it's called the Salt Lick if you ever go to the Austin airport, and it's a good price. I got a 3-meat plate with brisket, chopped brisket, pulled pork, and a smoked sausage. It came with beans. I did not like their potato salad, and I did not like their coleslaw. I don't know who made that. I don't know who called that potato salad or who called that coleslaw, and that's not what I call either of them. But that's what they called it. And a slice of bread. and that was like $27. That's pretty good for a 3-meat barbecue plate. You know, so if you ever go to the Austin airport, be sure to check that place out. But yeah, I had the barbecue and I sat there for 2 hours on my nebulizer in the middle of an airport with people looking at me like I was patient zero. And I just cried. I silently cried because my asthma is so embarrassing to me. I get so embarrassed when I have to do my nebulizer in public because I'm always afraid people assume that it's because I'm fat. Needless to say, I was emotionally and physically exhausted by the time I got home, um, from crying, being sick, struggling to breathe, walk, move, sit, stand. Um, I did not start my detoxing or my fasting when I got back. And I realized that since I already intended on starting what I'm going to announce at the end of this video this coming Monday, I realized, you know what? Let me finish out my work week eating what I want. This weekend, I'm going to do what I had initially intended on starting the day after I got back, which is a beef and salt diet or beef and salt fast, just to kind of really eliminate everything. I was going to do it for a longer period of time. I was going to do it from Wednesday through Sunday, but I'm just going to do it today, Saturday, and tomorrow, Sunday, just to jumpstart myself back into ketosis quickly, just to do the elimination diet aspect of it. So that brings me to what is up and coming and what my goals are, and the decision that I made before my trip. The decision I made before my trip was actually inspired by Carnivore Quest. I absolutely love that couple. I enjoy their story and their authenticity and just their genuine love for each other, how they interact. I pray to God that I can have a love like that someday and a partner who is really willing to go on a journey like this with me the way that they do. I love their channel. If you haven't heard of them yet, please go check out Carnivore Quest. I absolutely love them. I had gone back. I had watched all the recent videos and I was bored at work one day and I was like, let me go back and see an earlier one. And I saw one where he was going over how he lost 50 pounds in 6 months, something like that. And in that video, he kind of walks you through how he gave carnivore a try for 6 months, fell off. Gave it a try for 6 months, fell off. You know, they tried and they tried and they restarted it and they counted it as beginning their carnivore journey. And I realized something that's been weighing on me is that when I'm successful on this weight loss journey, because I know I will be, that I don't want to say, let's say I lost 60 pounds in the last half of this year. If I counted the first half of this year as the beginning of my journey, it wouldn't be honest, really. I'd have to say I lost 60 pounds in a year. But no, really, I lost the 60 pounds in the last 6 months. And that's why I decided that I'm considering the first half of this year as my first try at carnivore. After my vacation, starting now, I'm starting my new journey on the proper human diet. It's a clean slate. This is my new starting weight. Today I weigh 268.2. Okay. Day one is Saturday, July 13th, 2024. And that's what I'm counting as my day one on this. And we're trying this again. And if I have to reset again in 6 months, then I'm going to. But eventually I'm going to get it right. Because one thing that I always share on my channel is it doesn't matter how many times we fall down as long as we get back up. At the end of the day, the difference between the people who are successful and the people who fail are the people who are successful got up one more time than they failed. People who failed, they will never know if that next time they got back up would have been that moment. They gave up and they just accepted the failure. I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep getting back up. So this is my day one on my proper human diet. And I want to clarify what that means. My goal is to become a long-term carnivore with ketovore aspects here and there and occasional keto diets. I'm someone that loves a salad. I don't see myself giving up a salad for 10 years. That's not going to happen. I don't want it to happen. I don't believe salads would be detrimental to me. Donuts will be detrimental to me. But salads won't be. And I would like to get to a point in my life where I am primarily carnivore, that I have occasional ketovore, meaning like you have fat sources from non-animal fats from non-animal sources. I'd like to have that occasionally, and then again, occasionally have a keto meal. That is my long-term goal after I've lost all this weight. So for now, what I am beginning this coming Monday, after I do this salt and fat fast, salt and beef fast, I'm sorry, is I'll put a picture up over here. Let me see if I can turn it a little bit. I got my laptop down below, y'all, so that's why. I'm gonna start the 75 soft challenge. I'm calling it the 75 soft, not hard, because I do not believe that if you mess up, that you should have to start back at day one. I think for some people who have different mental health than myself, that is a great thing to do. But I'm doing it this way because I know that if I have to start back at one, that is perpetuating exactly what I have found success removing from my life and my journey, which is if you slip up, you're a failure. You're not worth it. You need to go back to the beginning because all the work that you did does not count. I don't believe in that. I don't support that. I will not perpetuate that. I will not do that. So I'm going to go over my rules for my 75 soft challenge, and I hope you guys do it with me. So the goals are proper human diet spectrum. What that means is keto. If you look down at the bottom, it's going to be keto, ketovore, carnivore, low carb, etc. With an absolute max net carb of 50 net carbs per day. My goal would be to every day remain at 20 net carbs or less, but I know that sometimes when you do keto, it can be tricky and things slip up. You miscalculate things. I just know what happens. I did keto for years. So the max is 50 net carbs per day. How I plan on doing with the food is that I would like to do 2-week increments of a diet, right? So like my first week or two, I might do the first 2 weeks. I plan on doing keto, right? So I'd like to pack salads for lunches, be able to have vegetables, and which means I'm going to be required to track my meals, right? And then I'd like to do 2 weeks of carnivore, maybe 2 weeks of ketovore. So each 2 weeks, it may be shorter, maybe longer. I'll let you know when I decide that and announce it. We'll be doing a different diet within the proper human diet spectrum. So it's a 75-day challenge, but there will be smaller dietary challenges within it, which I think is an approach I need to try and I could have success with. So that's dietary. For the water, the normal challenge is a gallon of water a day. I think 3/4 of a gallon to a gallon a day is a good thing for me, and that will be my goal. I do intend on doing the no alcohol and no cheat meals that I'm looking forward to finding success in. And then for the workouts, that's somewhere I've made a modification to the original outline of the 75 Heart Challenge. It is 2 45-minute workouts per day, but I put an exception of one workout must be outside when weather permits. I live in Houston. This time of year, if I was back home in California, I can walk early in the morning before work, or I can walk late at night after work if it's a hot day. I still can't seem to figure out how to understand the weather news in Houston. I literally rely on a coworker. I call her my weather girl because I just don't understand it. It changes every 5 minutes. It'll be sunny and 83 degrees at 6:45 in the morning, and then by 9 a.m. it's 85 degrees. It's pitch black outside, and it's raining cats and dogs. So that's what I'm saying. One must be outside when weather permits. If it's raining cats and dogs, it's a thunderstorm, I don't want to be outside. I can go to the gym. I can do an exercise at home in the garage. on the floor, whatever it is. And I'm not going to count that as a fail if I don't do one outside. For the reading 10 pages part, I'm going to keep that in. It's reading 10 pages of a self-improvement book, or I'm going to add in the, what would you call it? The exception of doing 2 chapters in the Bible. I really want to get back into my Bible study. I have not been doing it, especially since I've been on vacation, and I want to get back into it. And I feel like if I don't want to pick up Buddha's Brain or, one of my other self-help books, then I can do my Bible study and read 2 chapters. Sometimes 2 chapters is short, so I probably go longer, and sometimes 2 chapters is pretty long. So I think that that is a great add-on that is personalizing this challenge for me. And then something I'm adding in that is not tied to the 75 hard challenge is at least 20 minutes of meditative prayer per week. I would love to do at least a few minutes of meditative prayer a day, but I think setting a goal of at least 20 minutes per week, I can break it up, or I can just, even if it's last minute, just be like, let me find stillness, be still, and take this time to meditate and spend time with God before the week is out. That's something, 20 minutes, I can find 20 minutes anywhere, right? So there's no excuse to get out of that. And then finally, take a progress photo. I have downloaded the 75 Hard app. I think it's like $5 or $7 online. You buy it once and then you have it forever. Every time I try to do this challenge, I re-download the app and then end up deleting it when I give up. So I will be checking things off in the app and taking progress photos according to how I'm doing it. My 75 soft challenge. Now, I'm going to list a couple of things where I've changed how it goes according to 75 hard. Like the difference between my challenge and the original challenge. And it's really mainly what I already went over, which is if you miss a day, do not start back at day 1. No, we're not doing that. Just restart on that day. So for example, if I had a cocktail on day 17, I would start the next day instead of the next day being day 18 or restarting back at day 1. The next day would just be day 17 again. Now, I don't want to perpetuate also that you can slip up as much as you want, never care. So I put a max of 5 resets. So I could do the, starting the next day at day 17 up to 5 times in that challenge. So let's say I mess up on the 3rd, the 10th, the 25th, the 60th, things like that. I can only do it 5 times. After the 5th time, that's become a pattern. You need to start back at day 1. I think that balances between holding yourself accountable and giving yourself grace. And that's really where I want to find in between for myself. Oh, also, missing a progress photo does not constitute a reset or restart. It will not count as part of the 5. If I miss a progress photo on day 17, the next day is day 18. Okay? That progress photo, I need to do at least 1 progress photo a week, which I think would be nothing for me. My goal is to do 1 progress photo a day. But if it happened to be that I missed a couple days, I'm not restarting over a photo. As long as everything else is met and checked out, we're going to keep pushing through. So yeah, I am starting the challenge on July 15th. I've also made a spreadsheet where I will be tracking my measurements. The goal is to take measurements every week. I do not know if I'm going to weigh myself every day or every week. That I'm going to have to see how my mental health is doing with my weight and with feeling in control. But my goal is to take measurements every week. I've got a spreadsheet where I'm going to be logging it in. Each week we can see the differences, whether there is any or if there's none. And then I'm going to do the final differences in measurement and in weight. So day 1 will be July 15th, Monday. And I believe the last day is September 27th or something like that, maybe the 28th. I just have it logged the 11 weeks. It's only 2 days shy of 11 weeks. 75 days is only 2 days short of 11 weeks. So I, on my spreadsheet, have it logged to September 30th. So the total challenge would be July 15th to September 30th. And yeah, I'm really excited. I miss you guys so much. I miss doing videos. I really thought I was going to be able to do videos while I was on my vacation. I did not. I did not vlog. I wanted to be present and be in the moment, and decided, I have such amazing subscribers. You guys are so fantastic and loving and supportive and patient. And I realized that I was being harder on myself about getting a video out than you guys would be, and that I know you guys would be understanding. So thank you so much for your patience and waiting for this video. I will be doing another video. It won't be out Monday at 10 a.m. It'll probably be out Monday night. I'm going to record and see if I lost any water weight quickly between this morning, Saturday morning, and Monday morning, where the 75 hard challenge starts, by eating just beef and salt. I don't know if I'm going to do beef, salt, and water, or if I'll allow myself to have coffee or a sugar-free energy drink or not. But dietarily, I'm just doing beef and salt for the next 2 days. See if I could get rid of any water weight before starting the 75 hard challenge. So Monday, I will get a short video out for you guys and let you know how these 2 days go. And I'm hoping to start getting a lot of shorts out. I do want to document this 75 soft challenge. I'm really hoping to get some vlogs out. Maybe once I get in a routine of it, I'll start doing weekly vlogs, or I'll do a daily vlog. I do want to get shorts out of what my meals are. I do plan on still incorporating carnivore meals, even on the days or the weeks where I'm doing keto. But yeah, I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I am so grateful for this channel. I'm so grateful for you guys. And I'm so grateful for the ability to restart my journey. My goal is a minimum of 120 pounds. I'm almost 270, so that would put me at 150. But I'm open to getting down to 130 as long as I like how I look. That's so it really is a 120 to 140 weight loss journey. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for making it through this whole thing. I know I've been talking for almost half an hour, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. Thank you for coming to see today's video. Let me know down below in the comments, are you going to do the 75 soft challenge with me? Are you going to do it with the rules that I've set forth? Are you going to do 75 hard according to the original challenge outline? What diet are you going to do? What are your flexible areas in the challenge, and what are your goals? How do you feel about restarting a journey? Do you think it's acceptable? Do you think it's a cop-out? I really want to hear your thoughts, your ideas, and suggestions. And I just can't wait to get back in the groove of seeing you guys, talking with you guys. I do need to figure out a schedule of when I'll do lives. I do not think that my weekly Friday cooking lives, I don't think we'll be able to do it weekly consistently. So I would like to find another time of the week where I could do a live with you guys and just sit down and chat. And I'd like to start doing some live collaborations as well. So I have a lot in store for you guys and for myself. And I want to leave you guys on a message of gratitude. Even when you fail, be grateful for the opportunity. Be grateful for the effort that you put forth, and be grateful for that chance to start over. And just lead life with gratitude and authenticity. I'll always be authentic over aesthetic on this channel. And I think that's what I want to leave you guys on. So thank you again for the 5th time coming to see today's video. Again, I am Bethany Shanae. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to see if I get this thing right, if you want to see how it works out for me, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Make sure you hit that little bell next to subscribe so you get notifications when I post a new video and the shorts that I'll be posting shortly. So I will see you on the next one. And again, I am Bethany Shanae. Bye.